my name's Faye and I'm one half of Married to Reselling. Along with my husband Simon, we sell mainly on eBay and Amazon. I am out and about running errands today and I am going to go to a charity shop in a minute. It's quite a big one. It's a hospice charity shop and I thought I would go in there to see if I can get some bargains for eBay and also for Amazon, some toys and games for Christmas. We love selling toys and games on Amazon, used and new. And Simon does have a lot of stock to send into Amazon at the moment, but I'm going to top him up, I hope. Give him some more work to do. So I'm going to take you along with me and see what we can find. Had a bit of a disaster in there. Well, the lady behind the counter did, but there was loads of bric-a-brac. I showed you a poster, 50% off, but only stuff marked with a red dot or a red tick or something. Anyway, I didn't think it was very clear, so I asked at the counter and she said, you know what, I'll just do whatever you get bric-a-brac wise, half price. So result, I wanted to look at the paintings and the pictures because actually since we've become art dealers, I haven't been in this charity shop, so I've never looked at their pictures and their art selection. I'm just going to put my seat back. But it was really hard to get to, so I had to ask a member of staff to get it all down off of a shelf because they were never going to sell it. So I asked them to get it down and had a good route through and got a few bits. I don't think they were half price. And then they had like, you know, when I have the boxes of cross stitch and all that sort of stuff, and there was 4 quilting patterns and I asked because they weren't priced and she said I'd do them all just total £1, so happy with that. I think I got 4. And anyway, there was this like vintage light fitting that was gold, like a ceiling light with like the tulip glass lampshades, and I've sold the lampshades loads of times, got them from car boots and auction and stuff. And I went and put it behind the counter, and then I had 2 other sort of light fittings that were different, and one had a red tick on it, the other one didn't, but they looked like a pair. And I said, oh, is that one half price? It's got a red tick on it, but that one hasn't. And she lifted it up and a bulb fell out and smashed on the lampshade of the other one. So I couldn't get the nice one with the frilly lampshades on. She did reckon there was 2 spare and she had all the staff looking around the whole shop, but they couldn't find them. So sadly, I had to leave that behind. But I spent £21 and I got quite a few bits and bobs. I probably got over 10 things. So that's a really good price for charity shop bric-a-brac, I think. Before I went in, I said to you that I was going to sort of stock up Simon with some more books and games and puzzles and stuff for Amazon. Didn't get him a thing. So he'll probably be relieved. But there was no bargain Wentworths in there. Well, there was no Wentworths at all. So that was a shame. Had a quick rummage through some of the clothes, but I just get so bored. I have found 100 stars in here, brand new with tags before, for like a £5. And that will stay with me forever, and I'll probably always look for that in here, but I think it was just a one-off. I got bored of the clothes, didn't bother with the shoes or accessories. So I'm going to go home. I've got a boot full because I've got shopping and dog treats and whatever else I had to get, but I was prepared this time. Took my jumper off before I went in because it gets hot when you're really rummaging. So I've just got a t-shirt on, which I'm really pleased with myself because there's nothing worse than getting hot and bothered when you're sourcing. I thought I'd drive and chat. Like, Simon will be very surprised that I've done this. But I was just sort of driving along, going home and just thinking about the charity shop that I've just been in and like how they gave me half price off all bric-a-brac even though it wasn't marked as half price. And I just sort of thought, I wonder if people will think that's a bad thing that I sort of accepted that sort of offer. Because it's a charity shop, should I have said, oh no, I'll pay full price? Because that particular charity shop is absolutely rammed with stock, like bric-a-brac coming out of every shelf, cupboard, like just everywhere. And I said to her, oh thank you, you don't have to do that, but I guess it's better money in your till than having the stock just sitting there. And she said, yeah, we need to have a sale anyway. So I was quite happy to take stuff off of her hands, really, because there was items in there. I mean, I did a couple of little sort of filming shots of really expensive clothes, like a brand new with tags, like a brand new with tags Whistles dress. I think it was £80, and there was 6 Denby cups and saucers that were £20. And I just think it's just too expensive. If they were £10, the cups and saucers, I would have probably bought them. I wasn't gonna buy the dress for 80. I wasn't going to buy the dress for 40. I mean, other resellers might. I don't know enough about Whistles dresses to kind of even give it any thought, and I'm not going to stand there researching that sort of thing. I mean, I did get a Whistles dress at the car boot on Saturday for I think £2, so that's my kind of pricing for that sort of thing. It was used, not new, fair enough, but I just think that's very expensive. I don't think people go into charity shops looking for those sort of bargains, do they? I mean, if I wanted an outfit or an item of clothing to go out in, I would not go into a charity shop with that kind of budget. I suppose if it was like the nicest dress in the world, my size, and it was perfect, maybe, but that's not sort of my train of thought when I go into a charity shop. So yeah, with the bric-a-brac, there was tea sets there with the £40-50, and when I was being served, there was a lady that bought this like a butcher's block island thing, that like a wooden thing on wheels that you can have in the middle of your kitchen, like extra work surface. It had some drawers in it. It was really nice actually. And she was sort of 2 people behind me in the queue, and a member of staff went up to her and said, "Oh, that's not £15." And there was a ticket for £15 on the top, and I thought to myself, oh, if I'd seen that and it was £15, I might have bought that to resell. However, she put it back because they said, oh, it's 45. Now, did she put the £15 sticker on there and try her luck, or did someone price it wrong? I don't know. Should they have sold it to her at £15? Possibly. Maybe they think it's going to be a quick sale, but my eyes are open now to sort of larger items and furniture, because we've been selling on Vinteria. Their postage is you can set your postage, and we use Royal Mail or UPS, but for larger items like furniture, they have their own courier called Pruvia, which is Proovia, and they arrange it all, and they set the price as well when you upload your listing. So and Pruvia will come to your door, pick it up on the time arranged, and pack it, like wrap it or put it in cardboard. I don't know what they do because we haven't used them yet, but it's opened my eyes to using Pruvia independently for larger items that I'm going to sell on eBay. So I don't know how Simon's going to feel about this, but we could be like filling up the house and barn with larger items, because I just feel like I've got like a whole other sort of category of products now that can be on my radar as options to sell, because there's so many couriers out there, and a lot of them, I mean, we don't use very often. Just I think for golf clubs is the only thing we use them for, and we haven't sold golf clubs for ages. But yeah, do you sell furniture? Have you sold like really big items? I know Jessie from Thanks It's From a Charity Shop, she does sell big things, and I know that Cheryl, Pound Girl, these are both people who are on Instagram, by the way. If you don't know them, check them out. I find them like they're really nice and really interesting, but they sell sort of large items, and now I'm going to be on the lookout for them. So yeah, maybe I'll go skip diving as well, because they're the sort of things like you find in skips. Like today I've picked up, not out of a skip, but I've picked up, and Simon doesn't know this yet, he knew I was going out to pick something up, but it's a window frame, wooden window frame. Anyway, it was on Facebook Marketplace as free brand new wooden window frame, and there was one picture of it. It didn't have any glass in it. It had the fittings on it, metal sort of handles and stuff. And I thought, oh, I know nothing about windows, so I had a quick look. And wooden windows, obviously, not as common now. People don't have wooden windows, But I thought, oh, do you know what, I'm gonna, like, it had been posted 7 hours. I was 7 hours late to the party, but I thought, oh, I'll try my luck. Still available. Picked it up this morning, and she said, oh, we've lived here 18 years and just found it in the loft in the garage. So I was like, right, well, it's not brand new then. I guess she means it's never been used. So I've got that in the car, and because of Pruvia, because one of the things I noticed when we were looking at Pruvia yesterday was you can search on their website when you're sort of trying to get a quote by the product that you've got. So if it's a table, like a dining room table or a side table, it's like narrowed down to specifics like that. There's like fireplace surrounds, like car bumpers. You can really sort of pick what your product is. And I think that's a really, really good way of getting a quote for a product. They obviously specialise in these like oversized, difficult to ship items. And yeah, so this wooden window frame got for free, and I am hoping I might get £100 for it. Who knows? I think it's 3 panes big. Well, I've had to put the seats down in the car. We've got a big car, so it's like in the boot across the back seat, and then I've got all my Tesco shopping and charity shop pickups sort of in between each frame. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Simon's reaction is of that. I asked him to guess what I was going to be picking up. He said a bag of cement, tiles, paving slabs. I can't remember if there was a furniture item that he said. Oh, he might have said bricks. I was like, nah. So I don't think in a million years he'd expect me to bring a window frame home. And to be honest, it wouldn't ever be on his radar anyway. He's not a sort of DIY kind of guy, or like your sort of building supplies kind of guy. Yeah, not his sort of domain. I know more about that sort of stuff than he does. So I'll be interested to see what I get for it. But interestingly, when I put it in the car, it had a label on it, so it says like, I think what the wood is, what it's treated in. So that is all really, really helpful. So like, do you look for big things like that, like large items on your radar? And what about free things? Because I don't know what this woman was going to do with it, and no one wanted it after 7 hours, so I took it off her hands. She was very happy. So I am going to go home. I'm about 5 minutes from home, and I'm going to show you a little haul if Simon's got time to film it, and then I'm going to get on and list some bits and bobs. And I've got a whole selection of things. I've got glassware, I've got bric-a-brac, I've got a little bit of art, I've got a jelly cat. I don't know how to clean it though, it's got marks on it, but I wasn't going to leave it behind. And talking of jelly cat, actually, I picked up this jelly cat at the car boot, and it was £1 or £2, can't remember off the top of my head. And Simon's like, it's got marks all over it. I was like, so? It's a jelly cat. Like, it could be a rubbish jelly cat, or it could be a really expensive jelly cat, but I was prepared to like find out for a couple of quid. And I was trying to figure out that it's an elephant, and I was trying to figure out like its name, and the jelly cat website is quite handy. There's like retired jelly cat information on there, but I still couldn't find it. And they've done loads of different elephants over the years, and I just kept finding so many different elephants, but none of them match mine. Like, mine's fleecy, these ones weren't. Mine's got tusks. The ones that are fleecy didn't have tusks. Mine had like a fringed felt tail, the other ones didn't, and it was just a nightmare. So for anything like that I can't sort of identify, I always go to Facebook and join groups. So on this occasion I joined 3 jellycat groups, and I'm a very impatient person, I suppose. I was really hoping to get like immediately accepted into these groups, but it took a while. But I was able to find out through asking in these jellycat groups what the name of my elephant is. And I think I can probably get about 25 maybe £30 for it. But I find Facebook groups really, really useful for all sorts of things. I'm in some glass groups, so I'm in like a Murano glass group, I'm in a paperweight group. And the knowledge on some of these groups is absolutely immense. I'm in a Lalique group, so like a French glass. I'm in a Denby pottery group, and sometimes these groups are really good places to actually buy stock, because people do sell things, but also you can sell your items in them as well. Just obviously check the rules first to make sure that they allow you to sell. But there's collectors in these groups that are looking to buy, but are also fountains of knowledge. So I'd be interested to know if you're in any groups and you've had any success with identifying, buying or selling. I mean, Wentworth, the jigsaw puzzles, they're really expensive new, and you can get really good money from used. There's a good group, Wentworth group, on Facebook. Just trying to think of some other ones. But one of the glass groups I'm in is a charity shop art glass group, and you can tag a post on there called Out and About. So they have very strict criteria for uploading pictures of your glass if you want help identifying it. But if you mark something as out and about, it means you're like in a charity shop at a car boot, you're just taking really quick pictures of it out in the wild for help, and that can be really, really helpful if they accept your post quickly when you're out, and to find out if something's worth it or not. Because like I said, the knowledge in these groups is intense. And sometimes, I think it's one of the paperweight groups I'm in, there's actually paperweight artists in those groups, and they're like, yeah, I made that in the 70s. So that can be really, really helpful as well, like provenance. But anyway, I am just pulling up at home, so I am going to stop filming and come back and show you what I got at the charity shop in just a few minutes. Here is the haul I promised you, and it's not just you watching, it's Simon too. He's there, he hasn't seen what I've got. So I'm going to start with just a mug, just this mug. It's a RHS, so Royal Horticultural Society. It says £2, but she did me 50% off on all bric-a-brac, so I got that one for £1. It's new with tags. The tag has been cut in half, but it's the right time of year to be selling this sort of thing, and we've sold RHS mugs before, so I might get like £9.99 plus post for that one. This is super cute. It's a wall pocket, a ballet shoe, and this cost £1.50 after the discount. It's got a bow on it, it's got ribbon inside to tie onto the back if we want to. Needs a bit of a clean, but that's not a problem. Did I say that cost me £1.50?
Possibly.
Possibly. Not listening, are you?
No, I'm cameraman.
Then I got this mug. I had no idea what this was, so I did a Google image search in the shop. The brand is Paladone, which I'm familiar with, but this is a Crash Bandicoot branded mug, and I couldn't find any of this one for sale or sold, so maybe I'll go £12.99 plus post on this one. It was half of £2.75.
137.5 or something.
£1.37.5 pence. Then I grabbed this barometer. I thought it was a bit different because it's got the horseshoe on it, so it's like for luck. And this was £2.50 after the discount. Then what's the brand? Short and Mason, London. So these are the lights that she picked one up, tipped it upside down to have a look at it. One of the bulbs fell out and smashed the lampshades on the light fitting that I wanted to get, but obviously didn't bring it away because it was broken. And this was, I think there was 7, yeah, because I've got 2. I'll get that in a second. £7 reduced to £3.50, so I've got a pair for £7 basically. Don't know how much I'm going to list those for. Maybe $49.99, maybe more, maybe less, not sure. Then I got these 2 mugs, very cute. These were £5 reduced to £2.50. They are, hold on, hand painted, original Rosa porcelain. that's in Czechoslovakian. Is that the actual language they speak in the Czech Republic? But I speak fluent Czechoslovakian. Made in the Czech Republic. They're very nice. Look at those. So yeah, £2.50 for those two. Then I picked up these Alex Clark prints. Sold framed Alex Clark before. This one is called Farmyard Campers. And it's got the certificate in the back. That was £1. And then there's that one. This one is called Stable Yard, and that was £1 as well. And they're still in their original packaging. Then I got some sort of quilting patterns. This one is Dog Park by McKenna Ryan. And it's a spaniel swimming with a stick and then another dog in the background jumping in. Originally $12.50. Anything American, anything with dollar prices on, always catches my eye. This one's called Dog Park by McKenna Ryan, and it's Paw Wars, and it's 2 dogs with like a rope toy. You can collect all 7 blocks to create the complete dog park quilt as seen below. Look at that, that's cool. And that was $12.50 originally. And then we have Village Fabrics. This is from Oxfordshire, not America, but it's welcome signs. It would have probably been American originally. And then Quilt As You Go pet placemat. That was made in the USA. And they were £1 for all 4. So chuffed with that. I picked up some art. Now I think I said in the video I had to ask them to get it all down for me, because I could have been just like an easy customer and just said, oh, I won't bother looking, or just thought to myself, I won't look. But they kind of need to realise that maybe if it was more accessible, people might buy it. No one was going to look through it. I couldn't get to it. It was really difficult, so I asked them to move it. And I thought they'll like think about it and maybe rearrange how they put it back, but they didn't. They put it back exactly how it came out.
Go in next week and see if they've made any changes. So
I've got, this is a vintage Mickey Mouse with Walt. He's painting Walt's picture, and it's in a vintage Boots photo frame. I don't know if it's got any signature or anything, but I thought it was quite nice. That was £3.
What, Mickey Mouse's signature?
Yeah. And I've got this oil on board for £3.
Oil on canvas, isn't it?
Sorry, oil on canvas. I don't think it's signed. It could be one of those Japanese imitation ones. But then
that we learned about.
Yeah, we did learn about.
Someone kindly.
But who knows?
About, yeah.
It's quite nice. That was £3. Another one. Same type of frame, same marks on the back. That was £3. I think this was 50p. 50p or £1. It's just on a board. It's John Eason from London, Leighton House Interior.
On the way to Leighton House. Leighton as in...
Leighton Buzzard, but...
Oh.
But as in... Well, yeah, Leighton House. Could be... It's very sort of Moroccan... what's it called when they've got like the little courtyards and gardens in the middle? Can't remember. No, that's where they go shopping.
Riyadh.
Don't know. Anyway, moving on. This was priced at £6. I got it for £3. It's Mikasa. Now I've had Mikasa ceramics before, but never had Mikasa glassware. I was aware that they do it because I've seen it on my trusted website, replacements.com, where I get all my knowledge from. But it's a milk jug, sugar bowl.
Hold on a minute, you get all your knowledge from me.
Nah. And a tray, all matching, unused, in the box. Thought that was really nice. And then I've just got this white box for £2.50. It was £5.
To go under the tree at Christmas.
Yeah. It's a 3-piece glass candle set.
Yeah.
Great gradient. Gradually getting smaller or bigger, whichever way you put them. But there's 3. Perfect for the festive season. Yeah, got all of that for £21.87.
Nice. So is everything half price?
Subtotal £43.75, discount £21.88, total £21.87.
Yeah, so everything was half price.
What do you think to all that? Would you pick those up? Let me know.